Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoes.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Another Monkish beer today. This is One Life, One Love. This is their session IPA brewed with Citra and Mosaic, aka Boner and Bigger Boner. Two of my favorite hops, and I love them in combination in beers. I think Focal Banger is Citra and Mosaic, and that's one of the best hoppy beers there is in my opinion. So this one is 5% alcohol by volume. So again, it's just considered a session beer, meaning you can sit and drink, a couple, 2 or 3, and not, be absolutely shit-faced. So session IPAs are kind of hit and miss for me. We've talked about it a bunch in reviews. A lot of West Coast style session IPAs for me are just hopped to hell, and you have one of them and it's just like your palate it just crushes your tongue, and it's just so overdone. So for me, just kind of, like I said, hit and miss, kind of hard to find like an awesome session beer. There's some that I really, really like, but a lot that I don't. So my favorite session beer are the Eureka beers from Treehouse. It's their blonde ale. It's 4.1%, I think, and they do different hop combinations with those. So those are my favorite. But yeah, we just reviewed Super Duper Fly from Monkish. That beer was absolutely amazing. It was the first 100 we gave to a West Coast beer in a long time. So yeah, Monkish is out of Torrance, California, which is up in Los Angeles. Big thanks to my buddy Michael for sending this. Did a little beer trade, and he sent me a couple cans of Monkish. So people had been telling me on all my reviews that I needed to drink some Monkish, and the one that I've had so far absolutely blew me away. So really, really looking forward to this one, just to see how they do session beers. I can already smell that. That's crazy. I don't want to pour that too aggressive. So yeah, like I said in our last review, check out that review if you haven't. They're doing New England style kind of hazy juice bombs for hoppy beers. So, and I guess that started with a collaboration with Other Half that they did. Someone I can't remember who it was that commented and told me. I didn't know why they started brewing hoppy beers, but that's why they did it. They did a collaboration, then decided they were going to do hoppy beers. They were always a Belgian style brewery. So yep, that looks not exactly like, but very similar to what Super Duper Fly looked like. It looks like pineapple juice or orange juice. Super, super hazy. You cannot see anything through that. It looks awesome. There's still just that head's hanging around about a finger of just bright white, super fluffy, tight, just tiny white bubbles. That beer looks absolutely awesome in the glass. So as far as appearance goes, both beers that we've had look awesome. So these guys obviously know what they're doing. So let's go ahead and shove our nose in it. That smells ridiculous for a 5% beer. That is so aromatic. If you've had Focal Banger, it smells like that. I mean, I try not to get like crazy, like we talk about like the whole hype train thing. I'm trying not to like hype these beers too much, but this is explosively juicy. It's like they say it's brewed with Citra and Mosaic. It is Citra then Mosaic. You're getting just crazy citrus up front. It's oranges, it's tangerines, and then the Mosaic is right underneath that. You get like this dank blueberry thing. The blueberries are huge in this. It is. It just smells like juice. It doesn't smell like Super Duper Fly had like that kind of dank resinous nose, and this is just straight up like juice in a glass. I think this beer is, I want to say it's like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And I always say with like New England really juicy beers, I like sitting on them for like, 3 to 3.5, even 4 weeks. But yeah, it's just ridiculously juicy. It's, like I said, it's orange juice, it's tangerine juice, and then you get like that, it's blueberries, it's the Mosaic thing. It's very berry forward on the back end of that aroma. It smells killer, like there's nothing else I can say. It is juice, it's juice in a glass. So, I mean, I could try and come up with different descriptors, but I was told I don't have a very wide range of vocabulary. It's true. There's just a couple things that I could smell and taste, and that's what I talk about. It is. It's citrus juice with blueberries if you were to blend it like in a smoothie. So it smells great. And go ahead and check this out, Michael. Thank you so much, sir. Cheers. That is killer. But I will say, with these session beers, the nose is explosively juicy. It is there, it follows the nose, but it's just on your palate, it's not as explosively juicy. But it goes right in that, it goes from Citra to Mosaic. It's crazy. It's right up front. It's orange juice. It's tangerine juice. Middle of the mouth, you get a dank. There's like a nice little just pop of like resinous, grassy earthiness. And then you get that blueberry finish from the Mosaic. This is killer for a 5% beer. Super, super clean, very flavorful. But the nose is much more pungent, if that makes sense, than what the taste is. So this is fantastic. And with the Mosaic, you're getting the dank aspect of it. Again, like Super Duperfly was, it reminds you that it's a West Coast style beer, but it's not hop to shit to where you're going to be like scraping your tongue, that bracingly bitterness that you get from a lot of session beers. This is fantastic. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. You know it's a session beer. All the flavors from the hops are there. It's very hop forward, very juicy, but like as soon as you swallow the beer, it is gone off your tongue. Like literally, there's nothing lingering except for a little bit of like that dank kind of resinous thing. Just kind of sits on your tongue for a second and it's gone. There's not like a lingering juiciness or like orange, citrus, tangerine, blueberry thing that you get from the nose. It doesn't sit and linger on your tongue like that. It is absolutely gone. So, I mean, that's why it's called a session beer. It finishes bone dry. It flies off your palate, and you could absolutely crush these. So, if you're a golfer, this would be an awesome beer to golf with because it's really, really flavorful, and you'd be able to, you'd be able to golf the whole day, drink it, not be hammered, and it's not gonna kill your palate. So, I think I still like the Eureka beers a little bit better just because that juiciness from the nose, it follows over in the taste and it kind of lingers a little bit more. Like you just kind of get that aftertaste, that juiciness kind of sits there. This is just, it flies off your palate so quick, it's gone. I mean, obviously I could crush this thing. And it tastes fantastic. It's just, it is gone as soon as you swallow it. There's nothing left. You would have no idea that you just had something citrus or berry forward because it's gone. But that's the idea of a session beer. You get all those awesome flavors, you get that hoppiness, and you can absolutely crush these. So you definitely would not get any palate fatigue from this, which is awesome. I remember I was golfing once with Stone Go-To. I think it's Go-To. Is it Go-To? Yeah. And that beer, after like two of them, like I can't taste anything. It was terrible. This would not do that to you. So another amazing, amazing beer. It's a session beer. So if you're into that kind of thing, you would love this. This is better than any shelf session beers, I think, in San Diego. I like the juiciness. I love, the hop profile. I love Citra. I love Mosaic. It's ridiculously flavorful. So as far as a grade, I mean, this is probably like a 94, 95. I mean, it's a session beer, so I don't go crazy over them. It's not a style that I really seek out and drink, but I absolutely would keep this in my fridge. And this, I mean, first, if this was a summer beer that was available all the time, you would love having this. So another banger from Monkish. They are real deal. Is this worth trading for? Probably. Just don't give up a whole lot for it. Like I said, it's a session beer. It's 5% beer. So, yeah. If you guys have had, I want to say one love, one life, but it's one life, one love. From Monkish, leave a comment below. Let me know you think. Michael, thank you so much again for sending this. And I'm out of here, guys. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.